Today we are going to use time series using Insight. Once you start your time series, your interface tool will appear, something like this. You have to press Run Insight, and then you have to wait for a bit, depending on how fast the computer works. When you get a screen of a window that appears like this, for time series to work, you need your data to have all numerical values. Now first we have to import file. There is preset data in this Insight, so we're going to use that. So go File, Import, and another window appears. So open, go to Data. This is all that's set up into the Insight program, so you can use this to have play around. Now go to time series, because we are going to use time series. I'm going to go and pick visitors and M2. All the file has to be in CSV format before Insight can work. So press that open and then OK, and your data appears. Now if you look at the data, you have time and the regions, the countries where visitors are from. Now note one thing: in time we have 1998 M09, 1998 M10, 1998 M11, 1998 M12, and then 1999 M01, 1999 M02. Now M means month, because these data were collected over a period of every month for the whole year. That's why it has the M there, and each month has been recorded here. So this could be September, October, November, December, then January of 1999, then February 1999, and onwards. So these were the tourists that appeared in New Zealand from that record of 1998 and so on. Now I'm going to go and view variable. So we got time is categorical here, and the countries. Now for time series, what we need to do is you have to go to advanced and get time series. Wait for window of this nature to appear, and it's selected time as preset variable, so that's fine. And we want to find out the tourists from Australia, so I'm going to click on Australia. Once you click on that, all the other tabs open up. Now you can label your y-axis. I'm going to just, for now you're going to go Australia. So this will label my y-axis as Australia. Now the next step I would like you guys to do is you have to decompose the time series. Now when you decompose, decomposing the raw data breaks the series into component parts: the trend, seasonal effect, and residual. So when you press decompose, it will give you a 3 set of graph, something like this. So it has trend and it has raw data. So your raw data shows fluctuation, and trend basically finds the middle or best possible time, shows a trend. So here it's a low start, and gradually if you look at the fluctuation, that means the tourist has increased coming to New Zealand, and the trend gradually increases. The trend shows how the graph is behaving. This shows that there is a good progress or gradual progress. Now what seasonal swing shows us is basically it shows the difference between the raw data and the trend for each season and averages these to give an average seasonal effect. If the seasonal plot is consistent, as we see, that is, a similar pattern is observed each time or each month in this case, then the average is reliable and the additive model is appropriate. The seasonal swing is the set of positive and negative adjustments made to the trend value when forecasting. Contextual reason for observed seasonal effect should be included in your report. Okay, so you better use all those information in your reporting. Now, what does residual do? Residual displays the amounts remaining after the seasonal trend component of the time series have been estimated and removed. Residuals are short-term fluctuations in the series which are generally not predictable to the time, duration, or degree of impact. It is possible for residuals to dominate movements in the time series, and in this case may break or may mask the trend and seasonality. If it overlaps onto each other, you will see minor fluctuation. In this case, we see quite a lot of fluctuation happening, and then it narrows down and back to its own. So it just shows the remains after seasonal and trend components of time series. Residuals may not always be a result of unusual effect. When seasonal effects have altered over time, these may result in a large residual at the start and or end of the series. So you can see there is some fluctuation in the beginning and then at the end. So here we can see a large residual of visitors here and increase the decomposition usual the additive model, which assumes the seasonal swing is the same each year. You can also change this. We cannot change to additive if it is year, everything is based in 1 year, or we can go to multiplicative mode if it is continuous in other years. So if it is one whole year, then we could use additive model. If it is not, we are going to use multiplicative model. Alright, looking at this, the next thing we can get from inside is we can have a seasonal plot. So what the seasonal plot do is it shows us monthly fluctuation, right? So here what happened in January of now the years are covered up here, so maybe this is 2011, 2010. So we started 99, 98 and 99. So it was slow increase and gradually it went up and up and up. So that's a seasonal plot for Australia, but additive seasonal effect shows this is the average movement that we can notice. So overall this is how the movement is. If you notice, in January there is a maximum arrival and also in December. So it from January decreases gradually, and as we know in June it's basically winter, so we have drop and then it fluctuates depending on people going and visiting Queenstown, and then it increases in summer. That's for seasonal and additive model. Here time series also helps us to get a forecast. So what could we expect? So it gives us a possible data So the maximum we could expect and the minimum we could expect, and the graph also shows us a possible outcome after what we have for the dates. So what Insight does is also predicts us that there is a possible increase for us in sense of visitors. This is called Holt Winter Additive Prediction for Australia. Now this is basically the y-axis values. So go around and play with the data and see what you can do. For the write-ups, you have to write up about all the different things you have noticed, and see if you can figure out more information. Thank you for watching.